I understand that there is probably no way that this doesn't sound weird, but I have an insane amount of love for Little Women. Little Women 2019, directed by Greta Gerwig. Yeah. The 2019 hits don't stop hitting. The 2019 hits won't stop hitting, and I've been sitting on this movie for a little while now, and I can finally talk about Greta Gerwig's adaptation of Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, which... don't know if I've said it already, but I loved it. Would you believe it? This is the 8th adaptation of Alcott's novel, which was released in 1868. 8 adaptations since then. I haven't seen any of them. I'm gonna make a point of seeing them and probably of reading the text because, I don't know if I've said it, I really, really loved this movie. It stars Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Eliza Scanlen, Florence Pugh, Laura Dern, Timothée Chalamet, and Meryl Streep, and it follows the March sisters in the aftermath of the American Civil War as they kind of go about their young lives, as they kind of transition into being Little Women. Nice. Man, I don't even actually really know where to start with this movie. I think I want to start with the fact that it is essentially a period piece, which are usually kind of sensible, quiet movies targeted at older audiences. I don't think that's Little Women at all. I think it is definitely quiet and sensible at times, but it is insanely cool. This is a period piece targeted at young people. I think that's why I connected with it so much. Greta Gerwig infuses this thing with an energy and charisma that I just don't think I've seen in a movie like this before. It feels incredibly modern, and I'm not saying in the way that it includes kind of pop songs and crazy visual effects sequences and all of that. It doesn't have that stuff, but it does feel like it's really connected with what young people are engaged with today, what they're involved in, what they aspire towards. And I think, yeah, this does kind of have, you know, probably niche appeal, but I think Greta Gerwig has cracked into that and blown it wide open. And I'm not just saying it's a movie for young people. Like, yes, it does lean that way, but I feel like pretty much everyone that could watch this movie would probably... You know, I don't want to say that everyone's going to enjoy it because no one ever does, but I feel like there's a pretty good chance that it is pretty much for everyone. The screening I saw it at, everyone got up and walked out at the end with at least a tear in their eye. It's been a while since I've sat in a theater and watched a movie where people have outright, like somewhere at the back gone, hey, you got any tissues? Because I've just got to dab my eyes. Because honestly, it's emotionally throttling too. I don't want to let that be understated. While it's funny and cool and charismatic, it is also emotionally devastating. And Greta Gerwig mined all of that out of this text. She's incredible. Straight up, I got this shit right here. Little Women gang, let's go. Let me not forget that I found Saoirse Ronan incredible. I found Emma Watson incredible. I found Eliza Scanlen incredible. I found Florence Pugh more than incredible, absolutely phenomenal. I found Laura Dern incredible. I found Timothée Chalamet incredible. I found Meryl Streep incredible. I found every single person in this movie. Chris Cooper. I found Chris Cooper in this movie incredible. Just everything about this cast, they feel like they are working as one cohesive unit. I felt like their chemistry between all of them, every single one of them, was absolutely flawless. They felt like a real family. They felt like friends. They felt like sisters to me. I really connected to all of them, all of their relationships, all of their wants and needs. I felt them. I really, really connected with every single character moment in these movies. I really rooted for them. I really wanted them to get the things in their life that they needed. And that's a sign of not only fantastic writing and, you know, based off what is obviously fantastic source material, but just truly, truly incredible performances. I think where so much of this movie's energy and style and charisma comes from is the editing. There's just such kind of a powerful rhythm to every scene. You can just feel it going. I don't know what that was, but something like that. The film almost feels like a technical dance with all of these elements, this beautiful production design and all of these lavish costumes and all of that stuff just working together as one complete unit. But the editing, just in certain scenes when the characters are having this kind of quick fire banter between each other, they just have this fantastic rhythm, this fantastic flow. Again, the energy and charisma for me just felt like it was through the roof. The photography is gorgeous. Greta Gerwig uses some of, my favorite moments of slow motion I've seen in a film in a long time. I don't know if these kinds of movies usually have this kind of stuff. I don't think I've seen it in movies like this before, but great emphasis of moments with slow motion. It's done in the way that I like to see slow motion used. The colors are just so wonderful, and the music by Alexander Desplat really adds to that feeling of this being a modern and cool period piece. Again, it's not using pop songs or electronic stuff or anything like that, but it uses those more classical instruments in a way that definitely has, again, I'm going to say it, energy and charisma that is stylish and cool. Is Little Women a feminist movie? Hell yeah, and I am here for it. This was always going to be a movie like that. It's directed by Greta Gerwig. It's this kind of story being told today, and I love how kind of open it is to exploring really deeply and really personally these women's lives. It's really tapping into not just things that were relevant in 1868, but things that are still relevant now without ever seeming like it's detaching itself from the world that exists, this film exists in. It never feels like it's moving beyond that. It feels like it's embedded right then and there, but so much of what this movie is saying still feels incredibly relevant. It's incredibly provocative too. So much of what this movie is exploring and so many of the things that I felt like it was saying to me really, really hit home, really resonated, really inspired me, and I hope that the movie kind of reaches everyone else in that same way. Again, I could have watched a 10-season TV show with these characters. I did not want to say goodbye to them. I did not want to let go. Part of the incredible amount of emotion I felt from this movie might have been because of that, but where the story goes, some of the twists and turns it takes along the way, those things that happen in life, those moments that suddenly appear and you're like, I can't believe this is happening, but this is the way it goes. That is what Greta Gerwig is so sensational at capturing. She has a fantastic eye for life, and I think that's something that Little Women captures. Honestly, I was probably too stunned to cry as much as I should have the first time round, but you better believe I'm going to go out and see this again and again and again, and my eyes will continue to just stream. I hope that that is the case. Little Women is absolutely sensational to me. It is outright one of my favorites of the year, if not could even be number one. Everything about this movie worked for me. It felt flawless. It felt perfect. It is honestly, as I said, I just have an insane amount of love for Little Women. So those are my thoughts on Little Women 2019. Have you seen it yet? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like this video? Well, of course you did. You can subscribe to Breaking Banter down there somewhere, as well as my other channel over there somewhere. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and if you really want to help support this channel, you can pledge on Patreon. Thank you so much to all of you doing that already. You're the best. I love this movie. I want to say that again. And I will see all of you in whatever review is next.